Brad Pitt was born on December 18, 1963. He grew up in Oklahoma and Missouri. His full name is William Bradley Pitt. Brad had a brother named Douglas and a sister named Julie. His father worked for a truck company. His mother was a school counselor. The family went to church every Sunday. They prayed before meals and followed strict rules. Their religion was very important to them. Brad's father was very harsh. Brad said his father was cruel and made life hard. The rules made Brad feel sad. He stopped believing in God later. Brad liked many activities. He joined sports like golf, tennis, and swimming at school. He also acted in plays and loved theater. He started learning more about acting. His school had a theater group. Brad spent time with this group and later helped them as an adult. After high school, Brad went to the University of Missouri. He studied journalism and advertising there. He worked hard in his classes, but 2 weeks before finishing college, Brad left. He decided to move to Hollywood. He wanted to follow his dream of becoming an actor. Brad changed his name to Brad Pitt when he arrived in Hollywood. He wanted to make his name easy to remember. Brad arrived in Hollywood with big dreams. He did not have much money, but he was ready to work hard. He wanted to become a great actor. At first, Brad took small jobs to pay for food and rent. He worked as a furniture mover. He also delivered food and drove people in a car. One of his jobs was dressing as a chicken. He stood on the street wearing a chicken suit to invite people into a restaurant. Brad knew he needed acting lessons. He used his money to pay for acting classes. He studied hard and practiced every day. Brad also went to many auditions. He wanted small roles in TV shows or movies. At first, it was very hard to get noticed. One day, an agent saw Brad at an audition. The agent liked him and decided to help him. This was a big step for Brad's career. Brad started with small roles in commercials. He was in ads for chips and soda. He also played small parts in TV shows. Some of these shows were Dallas and 21 Jump Street. He was often just standing or walking in scenes. It was not easy, but he never gave up. Brad worked hard to get his Actors Guild card. This card was needed to act in bigger roles. It made him feel like a real actor. Brad acted in many places to learn. He even played small roles in movies. One time, he pretended to be a waiter in a scene with Charlie Sheen. Working with famous actors helped him learn. He watched how they acted on set. Brad knew that one day he would also have bigger roles. Brad never stopped trying. He worked at every chance he got. Little by little, he moved closer to his dream of being a star. Brad's big break came in 1991. He acted in a movie called Thelma and Louise. He played a charming young man named J.D. Brad's role was small, but it made people notice him. He became famous for his looks and acting skills. This opened new doors for him. After this, Brad worked in many movies. He wanted to show he was more than just a good-looking actor. He wanted serious roles, too. In 1992, Brad acted in A River Runs Through It. The movie was about family and life. Brad played a brave young man. This role showed his talent. People saw that Brad could do more than play handsome characters. Critics said he gave a great performance. In 1994, Brad starred in Legends of the Fall. This was a story about love, war, and family. Brad's role was deep and full of emotion. Brad also acted in Interview with the Vampire in 1994. He played a vampire named Lewis. It was a very hard role for him. Brad had to work at night for many months. He wore heavy costumes and lenses that hurt his eyes. He even hung upside down to look like a vampire. Brad later said he did not enjoy filming, but the movie was popular and people loved his acting. It made him even more famous. These movies helped Brad prove himself. He was not just a pretty face. He worked hard to show his skill as a real actor. directors and writers started to notice him. He got offers for bigger and better roles. Brad was ready to take on new challenges. His journey had just begun, but Brad already became one of the most famous stars of his time. The best roles were yet to come. In 1995, Brad showed he could take on tough roles. He acted in the movie Seven, a crime story. He played a detective chasing a killer. While filming Seven, Brad got hurt during a chase scene. He hit his arm on glass and tore a tendon. He had to wear a cast while filming. The movie was very popular. Critics loved it, and Brad's acting stood out. This role made Brad one of the top actors in Hollywood. Brad also acted in 12 Monkeys in the same year. He played a man who was mentally ill. This was a very different role for him. Brad spent weeks in a hospital to study how to act like his character. He learned how to move and speak like a person who is not well. His hard work paid off. Brad won a Golden Globe Award for this role. He was also nominated for his first Oscar, a huge honor. After these movies, Brad became more popular. Directors wanted him in their films. He was known as both talented and hardworking. Brad was careful about choosing roles. He wanted to act in movies that told strong stories and showed his skill. He worked very hard. These roles proved Brad could do more than romantic movies. He was now seen as one of the best actors in Hollywood. Brad's hard work and great acting brought him many awards. He was happy to see his effort pay off, but he wanted to do even more. He started working with the best directors and actors. He learned from them and became even better. This was the start of his top-level career. Brad showed that he was more than just a star. He became an actor who could take on any role and do it well. He was now a true artist. In 1999, Brad acted in Fight Club. He played a bold and wild character named Tyler Durden. The role was very different from his past ones. Brad worked hard to prepare for the movie. He trained in boxing and learned how to make soap. He also had to look strong and tough. For one scene, Brad chipped his own tooth to look like his character. He wanted the role to feel real. He showed how much he cared about acting. The movie did not do well at first. It made less money than expected. But later, people loved it. Fight Club became a famous cult movie. Many fans saw Brad's acting as amazing. They said his role as Tyler Durden was one of the best in his career. It was unforgettable. Brad's hard work for Fight Club paid off. He became a true Hollywood icon. People saw him as a brave and talented actor. After Fight Club, Brad acted in Snatch. This was a fun crime movie. Brad played a boxer with a strange accent. It was a challenging role. Brad said he enjoyed acting in Snatch. The movie let him show his funny side. Fans loved his character, and the movie became a hit. With movies like these, Brad showed he could act in many types of stories. He became known for choosing roles that were unique and exciting. At the same time, Brad's personal life got attention. He started dating Jennifer Aniston, a famous actress. They became Hollywood's favorite couple. Brad and Jennifer got married in 2000. Their wedding was a big event. Fans loved seeing the two stars together. They seemed very happy. Brad balanced his work and personal life well. Even with so much attention, he kept working hard and stayed focused on acting. Brad Pitt became one of the biggest stars in the world. People loved him for his acting and charm. He worked hard to stay at the top. Over the years, Brad acted in many different movies. Some were serious dramas, while others were fun and exciting. He showed great range. Brad also became a producer. He helped make movies that told powerful stories. He wanted to bring new ideas to the world of film. Brad used his fame to help others. He worked on projects to help people in need. He cared about the world and wanted to make a difference. Many young actors said they looked up to Brad. He was an example of hard work and talent. He inspired people to follow their dreams. Brad's movies continue to entertain and teach. He is loved by fans around the world. His career is proof of his passion for acting. Brad also worked to improve as a person. He learned from his mistakes and grew stronger over time. He believed in trying to be better. Fans admire Brad not just for his looks, but also for his heart and talent. He is more than just a star. He is an artist. Brad Pitt's story inspires many. He worked hard, stayed true to himself, and became a legend. His legacy will last for years to come.